is now in theaters, and we saw it about a week or so ago, and we're finally getting around to reviewing it. This is my good friend Joey. You guys may have seen him in his Annihilation review and Tomb Raider. So we're going to be giving you our reviews for this, and as always, thank you very much for watching. So this is a film that I was very much so excited for. Were you, Joey?
Yeah. I saw like a couple trailers in the theater and I thought like that might be a sleeper, like, ooh, that could be good, for like a rainy day or something like that.
Yeah, I mean it's a low budget film too. I think it was only like $5 million, and the premise is about a girl. I think she's 16 years old, and she goes missing, and it's about her father that's looking for her. And it's done with a twist though, because it takes place completely on a laptop screen, and it was actually very festive. I mean, like I personally really liked it. It was a lot better than the Unfriended movies. I personally
Oh
thought.
yeah, totally. The story was way better. Acting was way better. And you gotta remember the Unfriended movie was with a bunch of dumb teenage actors.
Yeah, the acting was not good, and the acting in this movie was really good. Like John Cho, like really good performance.
Isn't he like a comedian too, or something?
Which is one of the things that surprised me, because honestly, the thing is, with comedic actors going into dramatic roles, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I think this is definitely one of the latter categories, and which is a good thing because he really does give a lot of emotions in his role. And honestly, I thought what some people might call the gimmick of just it being placed on a screen, I thought that worked really well to the film's advantage.
I totally agree with that. I think that's a really cool idea. Sort of reminds me of just not, sort of like the Cloverfield thing where they're just totally filming it from a different perspective, which I think is cool.
Oh, yeah.
But the only ones I've ever seen was Unfriended, and wasn't there another Unfriended that came out? I think I saw that one too, and I was like, it just put a bad taste in my mouth, and it was good to kind of see it done well,
Yeah, and I mean, the story was also really a lot of twists and turns. I found myself about halfway through kind of wondering where it was going to go. And especially towards the end, it was like one twist after another, which honestly brings about me wanting to rewatch it just so I can kind of watch it unfold. And the foreshadowing also was well done. I mean, there's sometimes when you're watching a movie, I don't know about for you, but there's sometimes when I'm watching a film and I'm like, oh, that's clearly foreshadowing this. But when watching this, I didn't realize it was foreshadowing until after the movie. I was like, oh, that makes sense as to why like this character was doing this and that. It is a sleeper hit, but I usually don't talk about this in my reviews, but I think what really kind of bugs me is that this is such a great film, but it's gone under the radar. Us seeing it seeing it a week ago and now being able to look at the box office, it's like there's another film out there that is just getting praised just for the fact that it's an Asian cast. And I've seen that film, and it's like, it's an okay movie, but it's like, this is a film that should get praised for that, and it's not. Like, people are just kind of, like, pushing it aside, saying, let's go see Crazy Rich Asians again. And it's like, support a movie that is thoroughly original, not a movie that's, like, you're not going to remember in a week or two.
And the movie I've never seen Crazy Rich Asians, and I don't really intend to see it. But searching, it was about an Asian family, and it didn't focus on them being, like, they were just Americans, like, they were just regular people, like, I feel like putting a title, Crazy Rich Asians, they're like, oh my god, like, these guys are Asian, it's crazy. It's like, why is that supposed to be, like, interesting? Like, there should be all kinds of actors all over the place, like, you don't have to highlight, oh, they're Asian, you know what I mean? Like,
which is kind of funny, because that also happened when we saw Annihilation, where it's like, people did not really, like, praise the fact that it's like, it was an all-female cast.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
because it was a good movie. So you're not thinking about that. It doesn't matter what the hell the actors or actresses were. It was a good movie. You were talking about the movie. You weren't talking about, it was all women, or it was all Asians. Like, who gives a shit?
I agree. I mean, I agree. No, it's fine. I mean, I agree completely. It really irks me, and it's one of those things I normally don't bring it up, but I figure with searching, I mean, most people haven't seen this film, so I figure why not just bring it up, and those that do watch it, they might agree, they might not. You can like both films, obviously, but for me, watching Searching afterwards, I was like, that was a really good movie. Like, it wasn't trying to shove an agenda. It just, it had certain messages, but it wasn't like shoved down your throat. It was just kind of like, wow, like, It's tough being a parent.
Yeah.
It's tough understanding teenagers. I really like Searching. I mean, there's a lot of positives like technical aspects, entertainment aspects. It was all flawless for me. I think for me personally, the only negative was towards the end. I did think that there was one or two, obviously no spoilers, but there were one or two things towards the end where I was like, I don't know. But that for me, that was just personal preference. But do you have any negatives, Joe?
No, not
No?
one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. I mean, like it is a really good movie. I mean, I'll personally be giving Searching a 4.5 out of 5-star rating, or for those that like a hot sauce rating, a good old Tabasco rating. Actually, I don't think I've done this rating yet. Honestly, this is
Wow.
because this is like my 4.5, 4.75 rating. But yeah, it's a really good movie. What's your rating, Joey?
10 out of 10. I usually, and I'm not the type of person, oh, I liked it 10. No, I'm really
Yeah.
not that kind of guy. You can ask Chad. I'm pretty
It's
critical.
true.
But thinking back, I could not think personally of one thing that I didn't like about this movie at all.
Will you be searching for it on Blu-ray?
Absolutely, yeah, I will actually. And
Yeah.
I'm not a big like I have a few Blu-rays, like The Dark Knight and some Star Wars ones. I'm not really a big Blu-ray guy. If I saw this at Best Buy, I would pick this up. Like it's really like a really really good movie. Yeah.
It is. I mean, and I hope that it gets more attention. Like like you said, a sleeper film. I feel as though a lot of people will look back in the summer and be like, "Oh, wow, Searching." Like 5, 10 years from now, people will look at that.
Yeah,
as-
it'll be on like
Yeah.
Netflix or something and be like, damn, this movie was actually
like why did I miss that? Yeah, kind of like for me, it's Searching, Black Klansman, Sorry to Bother You, and Hereditary. But not the big films that like it's the movie of the week pretty much. But all right, I mean that's pretty much it for me. Do you have any other further comments this time?
just nothing but praise, to be honest with you. I mean, even you were talking about the computer screen that wasn't boring at all.
Oh yeah,
I'm not really a big tech guy, so I'm not like all into that. Like, not that I go into it with a negative thought, like, oh, this is gonna be annoying, but like, it wasn't boring at all. You're seeing him search stuff and look through. You're learning more about the girl, and then realizing, oh wait, that wasn't true. It was like, you were on the edge of your seat the whole time, really, with all the twists and stuff like that. Not going into too much detail to ruin it for you.
Yeah.
Just all together wrapped up, it was just very satisfying at the end as well.
So-
I really have no flaws with it. personally.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you go in open-minded and just go based on what the trailer has to offer, I think you'll have a heck of a good time, and definitely check it out, guys. And
Yeah, that's a Frank's Red Hot out of hot sauce, which is the best one ever. So
well, that's for another review. But yeah, Frank's Red Hot Sauce, duly noted. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later. And Joey, thanks as always for guest starring, and.